Well, now I'd like to draw your attention to the questions here. Question 1 says, which social networking sites do you use? I use almost all of them. And what about you? I want to listen to your answers too. How long do you spend on them each week? Well, maybe I spend 10 hours a week. I'm not sure. Well, what about you? I advise you to practice answering these questions. You can just answer looking into the mirror, or imagine that you have a partner and talk with yourself. Or if you have a partner, just call your partner and practice with your partner. Well, question 2, how has social networking changed the lives of young people today? Well, social networking sites had both positive and negative changes on the lives of young people, that's for sure. Well, as for positive change, there are tons of positive changes. I just tell one of them. Well, that's a great opportunity for those who want to improve their language skills, because young people can find language partners easily from across the globe, just at the push of a button. Very easy, very comfortable. And as for the negative changes, of course, it has tons of negative changes as well, but I will just mention one of them. Maybe young people might lose some necessary skills, some social skills or communication skills or soft skills, I don't know. Because instead of spending time with people outside, they are stuck in front of the computer screens or uh, smartphone screens. That's not good. And well, next one, why is it a change for the better? Well, as I already mentioned, that's purely my opinion. Maybe you have a different opinion. It's just up to you. Well, is it a change for the better? Well, as I already mentioned, it had positive and negative impacts. Well, why do you need friends? Why do you need friends? What do you think? I think we need friends for a lot of purposes, for multiple purposes. Well, one of them maybe for socializing, for sharing, maybe for communicating, for entertaining, for relying on in difficult times. Well, what about you? Well, what is your opinion about this? And are online friends true friends? Well, sometimes online friends are true friends too. In my opinion, it depends on person's background, educational background or family background, if the friend true or not. Not it doesn't depend on how you find your friend. It depends on how your friend grew up, in what kind of environment your friend grew up. So that's my opinion. So what about your opinion? I want to listen to them too. Now, here, vocabulary, you just need to find the definition of the following words. The words that are underlined, that's up to you. I will just tell one of them just to help. Well, acquaintance, you need to find what it is yourself. You can look up the word in the dictionary. Empirical evidence. I can tell this one. Empirical evidence, it's the evidence based on observation, and the rest you will find. And reading. Our online friends, a threat to development. Now we're gonna read a text. There's gonna be a text about friends, and the title of the text is "Our Online Friends, a Threat to Development." So, what do you think the text will be about? Now, also, I'm gonna teach you a couple of skills here. Let's go to text first. I'm gonna teach you a couple of skills that will help a lot in while doing the reading task. Well, here, when we have a reading test, there are a number of things that we need to do before we start our reading test. Instead of just jumping into reading the passage, there are certain things that we need to do. Well, first one is reading the headline or heading. The heading is Are Online Friends a Threat to Development? Now we need to guess or predict what the text will be about. Let's guess together. Are online friends a threat to development? What do you think? So what do you think the text will be about? Well, what kind of development is it meant here? Maybe personal development is meant. Maybe economic development of the country is meant. What exactly is meant? What kind of development is meant? It is up to you to find it. In my opinion, I haven't read this text, but in my opinion, this is about a personal development, personal growth, or psychological development of a kid. Well, if a kid has a lot of online friends, maybe that kid is not lacks some skills, lacks some communication skills or soft skills or social skills, because all of his or her friends are online friends, not real friends. He or she have never communicated with the real friends. So that's my opinion. So in my opinion, the passage will be about this, what I mentioned. But that's just my opinion. Maybe that's not correct. Maybe that's not correct. Well, well. And so that's the first technique that you need to do. So just read the text, read the heading, and think what the passage will be about. And another one, another another thing that the action you need to take before you start reading. It is called skimming. Skimming. Skimming is reading the first sentence of each paragraph. How many paragraphs are here? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 paragraphs, right? So if you read the first paragraph of each, if you read the first sentence of each paragraph, that's called topic sentence. Because a topic sentence usually gives the main idea of the paragraph. So if you read the topic sentence of each paragraph, so you have an idea about the passage. You have an idea about what this passage will deal with. And actually this is more than 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paragraphs. This is 10 paragraphs. This passage consists of 10 paragraphs. It's a big passage. It takes a lot of time. If you just jump into reading, you will lose a lot of time. You don't need to read the whole text. Sometimes you need to read, but where you need, you will read that part only. You will read only that part where you need to read completely, but not the whole passage. This is not advised. Well, and 10 paragraphs, right? So 10 paragraphs means 10 topic sentences. You need to read 10 topic sentences. They will help you to build a mind map of this passage. So what is mind map? Mind map is you will know which part of the text deals with what. In other words, which part of the text deals with what text or what topic. So for example, if you read, let's read it together. The second paragraph, the impact of sorry. So the second paragraph, the topic sentence of the second paragraph. Oh, by the way, I need to tell you something else. Topic sentence is not always the first sentence. Sometimes topic sentence is the second one. So it depends on your knowledge to identify if the first sentence is the topic sentence or not. You just need to identify it easily. Well, the impact of technology on the nature of our friendships has been a much debated topic since the meteoric rise of social networks. Well, here this text will be about impact of technology on the nature of our friendships. Yeah. So this text will be about, well, friendships were different in the past. In the past, friends were playing outside most of the time, but nowadays friends are only talking virtually on the internet, yes, and so on. So now we have idea what this text will be about. And next one, the biggest criticism leveled at social networking. The biggest criticism leveled at social networking is that our young people are losing their offline friends to online friends who are unable to provide the same deep connection and emotional support and satisfaction. Yeah, so this is about kind of the same, very similar one to the first one. And so about what I already mentioned. The third one is Sherry Turkey, a professor of social sciences of MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, has made a fascinating observation about the impact of being plugged into your smartphone. Yes, now this text will be about observational research of a professor. So if you have a question about research or observation or a professor's opinion, you will just run here and look for the answer from here. And look for the answer is called scanning. What we are doing right now is called skimming, not scanning. And coming to the necessary part and looking for the answer is called scanning for the answer. Here Turkey also suggests that people are no longer comfortable being alone. well so people this passage this paragraph will be about people are no longer comfortable being alone. So this is something confirmed by a study. It's also about study, and so on and so on. You can just continue it yourself. Oh, I lost it again. You can just try doing this. So this is called skimming. So the first thing we need to do is read the heading, also the subheading. There is another heading under the main heading, an excerpt from Nurturing a Child's Emotional Development by Psychologist. Yeah, also sometimes you can read the first small paragraph before predicting or before guessing, and then you can make your guess. Guess about what the text will be dealing with. And then skimming is also advised. Read the topic sentence of each paragraph and make a mind map, build a mind map about the passage. And then advised to run to the questions. Here are questions, as you can see. Well, you can try it at home. For example, the effect of new technology on our friendship is often discussed. Well, effect of new technology on our friendship. I think it's paragraph 2. The impact of technology. Here you can see the impact of technology on the nature of our friendships. So as you can see, we can easily find the answer here. We don't need to read the whole passage. We can just we just did what? We just did a skimming and built a mind map. So I just used my mind map to come back here and find the answer from here. So I advise you do these techniques. I hope they will help you a lot. Yeah, and also do the reading using those techniques. In the next class, I will teach some other techniques too. Well, now let's come back where we stopped. Here, discuss the questions and with a partner. I strongly recommend you, or I strongly advise you to work with a partner, with your friends or language partners. This will help you a lot. Well, what are the advantages and disadvantages of young people using social networking sites? Well, I already mentioned that advantages could be the opportunity to improve their language skills. Disadvantages maybe lose some communication skills or soft skills, but there are a lot of tons of other advantages and disadvantages, that's for sure. You can find them, you can tell me later. And do you think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages? Why or why not? Well, I don't think advantages outweigh the disadvantages. That's just purely my opinion. Maybe you have different opinion. It's I respect your opinion too. I think disadvantages are more if it is about young people, but for adults maybe it's the same. Advantages and disadvantages are the same. But for young people, maybe social networking sites have more disadvantages than advantages. Why or why not? I will not talk about it. I will not speak about it. You will speak about it. Well, and you're gonna read an excerpt from a child psychology book by Dr. Crystal Sharp. This is about the passage that we already just went through. And right. And read, are online friends a threat to development? Are online friends a threat to development? This is on page 10 to 11 to see if your ideas in exercise 1 are correct. Yes, you can check by reading the passage. You can check if your ideas in exercise 1 were correct or not. And identifying the writer's position. Now let's talk about the writer's position. What is position? Position is position means which side the writer has taken. Is the writer supporting something or against something? Is the writer approving something or disapproving of something? For example, if writer is saying something, you need to know if the writer is in favor of that or against that. It is important. So that means writer's position. So which side the writer has taken, this means writer's position. Sometimes writer agrees with the statement, sometimes writer disagrees with the statement. So it's very helpful if you identify the writer's position. It helps a lot while you are doing the reading test. It's also one of the techniques of reading test. Well, when a text contains different views, it is important to identify the writer's position compared to other people's position. To identify who the arguments belong to, look for names of people or groups of people. Tuckle also suggests that people are no longer comfortable being alone. To identify the writer agrees or disagrees with a viewpoint, look for positive or negative adjectives or adverbs, not credible, interestingly, or opinion language such as agree, disagree, true, untrue, believe, view, or also linking phrases and signposts such as however, therefore, although, in fact. They will help you. For example, if negative adjectives or adverbs are used, this means writer doesn't agree, writer disagrees. Also, yeah, they will help you a lot. I hope you will work on this. They will help you. It's one of the crucial skills that you need if you want to take language tests or if you want to just be more skillful in reading tests. And next one, question 3. Which two statements describe the writer's position on social networking? What information in the text helped you identify the position? Which two statements describe the writer's position on social networking? What information in the text helped you identify the position? This you will do. This is another task for you. You need to identify the writer's position on social networking. Is the writer approving of social networking or disapproving of it? You need to find it on the text. Critical thinking. Now let's talk about it. And what is an argument? Let me tell you about argument first. Argument is a statement that you provide to support your topic sentence or your idea. For example, you just put forward an idea. You say your idea is social networking sites are bad for young people, and you need to bring an argument. Your argument need to support your idea. Your idea is social networking sites are bad for young people, right? So your argument must be like because it is bad for their eyesight, or because it will it will because of social networking sites, the young people lose their social and communication skills. This will be your argument. Now let's look at the official definition of argument. Argument is a statement of opinion supported by reasons or evidence. Without reasons or evidence, a statement is not an argument. Yeah, statement and reason together they are argument. Like as I said, social networking sites are bad for young people or are harmful for young people because they lose their because they harm their eyesight. This is a one statement and one reason. This is an argument. Therefore, reasons and evidence must be identified within the text. Let's read it. Friendships play an important role in our personal growth because they help us to build trust. Statement plus reason equals argument. This is called argument. Argument is used in writing, in reading, and also in speaking. In large debates, arguments are used. Maybe you've watched some debates on YouTube, on TV, and on debates. Sorry, at that kind of debates, arguments are counted. Yeah, counted, and finally the winner is identified in this way by the number of arguments. The more argument is the writer gives, the more chances the debater to win. And next one, read Are online friends a threat to development again? Are online friends a threat to development again? Find and underline the points below in the text. The paragraph numbers are in parentheses.